students, today we are going to cover an important chapter from Geography, secondary activities. All human activities which generate income are called economic activities. So among these economic activities, we consider primary activities, secondary activities, tertiary activities and quaternary activities. So here we will consider secondary activities. The secondary activities add value to natural resources by transforming raw materials into valuable products. Just as cotton in a ball has very less use, but when it is converted into yarn, very useful products can be made from it. In the same way, these secondary activities therefore are concerned with manufacturing, processing and construction industries. Manufacturing involves a full array of production from handicraft to molding, iron and steel and stamping out plastic toys to assembling delicate computer components or space vehicles. So here are some characteristics applicable for the manufacturing. In that, first is the application of power, mass production, identical products, specialized labor and standardized commodities. Now these secondary activities, in this category we will consider some important factors just as manufacturing, then characteristics of modern large-scale manufacturing, then factors affecting the location of industries, then we will see an important part, that is the classification of industries. These classification on the basis of size, on the basis of raw material, on the basis of output and on the basis of ownership. At last, we will see some traditional large-scale industries. In that, we will have some case studies, just as the rural coal field, iron and steel industry, and cotton textile industry. Modern large-scale manufacturing has some characteristics. These characteristics are among them. The first is the specialization of skilled methods of production. So under the craft method, factories produce only a few pieces which are made to order. So the costs are high. On the other hand, mass production involves production of large quantities standardized by each worker performing only one task repeatedly. Next important aspect is the mechanization. So mechanization refers to using gadgets which accomplish tasks. Automation is the advanced stage of that production. Next important is the technological innovation. Technological innovation through research and development strategy are an important aspect of modern manufacturing for quality control and eliminating waste and inefficiency and combating pollution. One more important factor is the organizational structure and stratification. Modern manufacturing is characterized by a complex machine technology, division of labor, vast capital, large organization. In this aspect, here is one important factor is the technical innovation resources development. So technological innovations through research and development strategy are an important aspect of modern manufacturing. Next we come to the point, that is uneven geographic distribution. Major concentration of modern manufacturing have flourished in a few number of places, cover less than 10% of the world area. So these nations have become more concentration of economic and political power. Now, industries maximize profits by reduced cost. So therefore, industries should be established at those points where the production cost can be minimized, can be reduced. So for this, some factors are very important which affect any industrial location. So in these factors, first is the access to market. The existence of a the market for manufacturing goods is the most important factor in the industries. So market means people also have the demand for these goods and also have purchasing power. So that factor is very much important, that industries should be located near to the market. Then access to raw material. Raw material used by industries should be cheap and easy to transport. So industries based on cheap, bulky and weight lossing material are located close to the sources of raw material such as steel, sugar and cement industries. Another important factor is the access to labor. Labor supply is an important factor in the location of industries. Some types of manufacturing still require skilled labor. So increasing mechanization, automation, flexibility of industrial process have reduced the dependence of industry upon the labor. Let's come to the another point, that is access to sources of energy. Industries which use more power are located close to the source of energy supply, such as the aluminum industry. Next important factor is the access to transportation and communication system. Speedy and efficient transport facility to carry raw material to the factory and to move finished goods to the market are essential for the development of industry. So that transport play an important role here. That transport that carry raw material to the factory and the finished goods to the market. So here access to of transportation is very much necessary. Next important factor which affect industrial location is the government policy. So government adopt regional policies to promote balanced economic development and hence set up industries in particular areas. Now, most important point, that is the link to industries. Many industries benefit from nearness to the leader industry and other industries. These benefits are termed as agglomeration. So economies savings are derived from the linkage which exists between different industries. Now, here is one important aspect, that is what is the footloose industries. So footloose industries are those that do not have to locate close to the raw materials. That unlike the early iron and steel industry that had to locate close to iron ore and coal, etc. Footloose industries locate in pleasant environment near transport routes and near to the market. So an example of the footloose industries would be high-tech industries such as computing. These footloose industries have to locate close to the research centers like universities. So development in the high-tech industry happens so fast that companies need to stay up to date to survey. Example, science parks around Cambridge is a very important example of it. Footloose industries are usually non-polluting and can locate close to the residential areas also. Next, here is an important part of the chapter, that is the classification of modern manufacturing industries. We can classify manufacturing industries on several bases. First, on the basis of their size. So, on the basis of size, these industries can be divided into cottage industry, small scale industry, large scale industry. On the basis of inputs and raw materials. On the basis of raw materials, industries can be classified into agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, chemical-based industries, forest-based industries and animal-based industries. On the basis of output and products, these industries can be divided into basic industries and consumer goods. And next important is on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, industries can be divided into public sector, private sector, and joint sector. So let's do a brief revision of that part. First, we will see the industries based on size. So as we know that in industries based on size are the household industries, small scale manufacturing, and large scale manufacturing. So household industries. So friends, always you have seen some people make different types of things like the baskets, like other pottery, that type of item in their household. So it is the smallest manufacturing unit. Artisans use local raw material. They don't need any type of mechanization for their industries. So simple tools and production is done with the help of family members. So all family members play an important role here. They all together use that raw material and they make different things with that raw material. So production is done for local consumption for local market. There is not much capital needed. Example, mats, baskets, pottery, jewelry, artifacts and crafts. These are some examples of household industries. Now come to the small scale manufacturing. So this type of industries employ semi-skilled laborers. These industries operate by power-driven machines. So in that type of industry, people used to operate some basic machines just like the box making and other that cap making and any that type of items. So they use local raw material and manufacture products in workshop. It provides employment and raises local purchasing power. So because the products made in these industries are sold in the nearby market. So they raises local purchasing power. India, China, Indonesia, Brazil have developed labor-intensive small-scale manufacturing industries. So next we come to the large-scale industries. Large-scale industries, large-scale manufacturing play an important role to enhance the GDP of India. So here mass production takes place, involves large market, many raw materials. So here are the huge energy requirements, specialized workers are needed, advanced technology is needed, and large capital investment. So large scale manufacturing industries are divided into two parts. One is the traditional large scale industry and next is the regional and high industries. So that is the technology large scale industrial region. Next we come to the industries based on inputs and raw materials. So we saw earlier that type of industries can be divided into agro-based, mineral-based, chemical-based, forest-based and animal-based. So agro-based industries. The industries which get their raw material from the agriculture are called agro-based industries. We all know that very well. So this involves process of raw materials from the fields and farms into finished products like sugar, fruit juices, beverages, oils and textiles, that is cotton, jute, silk and rubber, etc. Food processing, this is part of agro-based industry and include processes like canning, producing, cream, fruit processing, confectionery, dyeing, fermenting and pickling. These all are the part of agro-based industries. Agro-based business, this is commercial farming on the industrial scale. The farms are much mechanized, very large and highly structured like tea plantation and tea factories near the plantation. Next important is the mineral-based industries. So the industries which get their raw material from the mineral side, they are the mineral-based industries. These industries use ferrous mineral and non-ferrous minerals like iron and steel and aluminium, copper, etc. So these mineral-based non-material industries are of cement and cotton. Next, come to the chemical-based industries. These industries use natural chemical mineral like salt, sulfur, potash, mineral oil in petrochemical industry, and chemical obtained from wood and coal. Synthetic fiber and plastic are other examples of chemical-based industries. Next important is the forest-based industries. So, as the name suggests that forest-based industries, so these industries that use forest products such as the timber, wood, bamboo, grass, slag come under forest-based industries. Next is the animal-based industries. So industries that use animal products just as the leather, woolen textile, ivory are put under animal-based industries. Now, another division of industries is the industries based on output and products. So in this category, we divide into basic industries, consumer goods industries, then we will see the industries based on ownership. So industries based on output and products, this is the basic industries. These are the industries that produce raw material to be used in other industries such as iron and steel. Consumer goods industries, these are industries which produce what is consumed by consumers directly, such as tea, biscuits, toiletries, etc. Now, industries based on ownership. Ownership means who owns that particular industry. Just as the public sector industries, private sector industries, and joint sector industries. Public sector industries, these industries are owned and managed by government. Private industries, these industries are owned by individual investors, managed by private organization. Some capitalist countries have more privately owned industries. Next is joint sector industries. Industries that are jointly owned and managed by joint sector companies or established by private and government sector are called joint sector industries. Now, traditional large-scale industrial regions. So these traditional large-scale industrial regions are mostly heavy industries located near coal fields and involved in metal smelting, heavy engineering, chemical manufacturing or textile production. So some of the main important features of that industry are the high employment, high density of housing, poor services, unattractive environment, pollution and waste heaps. Due to these problems, many industries are closely leading to unemployment, emigration and wasteland. Now, we will have a case study of the rural coal field that is located in Germany. So this has been one of the major industrial regions of Europe, and that is for a long time coal and iron and steel formed the basis of the economy. So this area was a major industrial region due to the coal and iron ore deposits, but the industry started shrinking as demand of coal declined. So iron ore exhausted, industrial waste and pollution increased. So now a new rural landscape has emerged that focus on other products like local car assembly plant, new chemical plant, unit shopping centers, resulting in a new rural landscape. Next we come to the, in that category, high technological industries. So high technology or simply high tech is the latest generation of manufacturing activities. It is the best understood as the application of intensive research and as the application development efforts leading to the manufacture of products of an advanced scientific and engineering characters. So this is also called high-tech industry. It is highly technical and incorporates advanced and engineering research and development strategy. So the workforce are highly skilled specialists, professionals, and these professionals, you know very well that they are called the white collar are called the blue collar workers. So these industries include robotics, computer-aided design and manufacturing, electronics, new chemicals, and pharmaceuticals are examples of these industries. So neatly spaced, low modern dispersed office plant and lab building. So regionally concentrated, self-sustained and highly specialized technopoles and Silicon Valley in San Francisco and Silicon Forest near Seattle are technopolis. So here one important term is that is high-tech industries which are regionally concentrated, self-sustained and highly specialized are called technopolis. Next, the last term here we are using, that is the iron and steel industries. So base for other industries, so it is called basic industries. This provide raw material to other industries, that they are also called heavy industry. So these type of industry use bulky material, produce heavy materials. Now the raw material that this industry uses, this is the coal, limestone, coke, iron ore and manganese. The features of iron and steel industry, main features are the located nearby raw material near the ports, and many steel industries located near the markets, located near integrated steel plants for scrap, most complex and capital intensive industry. And that's why that type of industry, that is iron and steel industry, is called the backbone of all industries. So now last important part is the three sub-sectors. That is the cotton textile industry has three subsectors, that is the handloom, power loom and mill sectors. So handloom sector is labor intensive and provides employment to semi-skilled workers, and it requires a small capital investment, and that is the next is the power loom. Power loom machines are here, in that the power loom machines are used, less labor intensive and it uses volume of production increase. Next is the mill sector, that is highly capital intensive, produces cloth in bulk. Now the distribution of cotton textile industry is especially in India, China, USA, Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Egypt, that produces half of the world cotton. So and the next is UK and that is New Europe, Japan produce textile by importing raw material from other countries. Now industry is facing stiff competition with synthetic fiber, and now it is declining trend due to technology. It is shifting to less developed countries, and that time so cotton textile industry play an important role